Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we toll the bell 10 times.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended.
It's show.
I think you're muted.
Damn it, I always forget. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! Here is going to be a podcast, episode 161. Of course, host TV is one I see here with me, compadre, mi hermano, the man himself, the one that takes us back in time and in the future and now, especially on iHeartRadio, ladies and gentlemen, because you gotta make sure you follow this man on iHeartRadio. And that is Mike Dinero, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Mr. Dinero, el papi chulo veo?
What up, man? I am excited. We're back on Thursdays, bro. Back on the original time slot. You know what I mean? We're doing it big over here. But definitely a big show we got for you today. And, you know, first of all, rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace, Terry Funk. Let's have a good show.
Oh, yeah, man. It's just a sad, it's just, you know.
Devastating, bro.
It is.
Absolutely devastating.
You know, just with everything overall, it's you know, we lost Terry Funk. And then now Bray Wyatt happened earlier today. We got the news. And, of course, Sean Ross Sapp was given permission was because, you know, heart conditions because of COVID, and he was progressing good. And then, yeah, it's I'm still out of words. I don't know. It's hard for me to accept that. Like, this man, and I know a lot of people in the pro wrestling world, the community especially, you know, it's tragic. You know, this is a man that we thought that he was the next Undertaker pretty much for WWE, and even Taker even praised him to be, you're the next guy. You're going to be the next man taking over, and people are going to be all over you, and like how they were. But you know, this is sad. And then knowing that, you know, Curtis, they reported to Papa H has already said that, you know, WWE is going to take care of the family, and which I'm happy for that. And it's already on Peacock now. They already put the best moments of Bray Wyatt. It's already there on Peacock.
Wow.
So. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Any final thoughts? I mean.
No, I mean, I'm at a loss for words. Yesterday hit me hard, right, with Terry Funk. Yeah. Like I said in the post, and I did a quick little show for the Wrestling DeLorean today about Terry Funk. And I was saying how, you know, I remember the first time I seen Terry Funk, my dad sat me down and he showed me the I Quit match between Funk and Ric Flair. And I fell in love with Terry Funk. The reason why I fell in love with ECW is because the only person I knew there was Terry Funk. And that's what got me to, you know, fall in love with ECW and then see guys like Dreamer, the Dudleys, Sabu, the Sandman, Shane Douglas. You know, it was because of, if it wasn't for Terry Funk being there, who knows if I would have tuned in. One of my favorite legends of all time. I feel like he's on the Mount Rushmore. I don't care what anybody says. I said it on the show today. If you think about NWA champions, you know, people like to bring up the Dusties, Harley Race, Flair. I feel like you have to bring a Funk there too. You know, he beat Jack Briscoe back in the 70s for the NWA championship. He retired in the 70s, then he retired in 94, then he retired in 97, and I got to see his actual retirement match in 2000 and I think it was 15 in a House of Glory, a House of Hardcore, where he teamed up with Tommy Dreamer to go against Lance Storm and X-Pac. So like I remember just being like so excited to see Terry Funk wrestle. I never thought I'd see that opportunity, but got to see him wrestle there. You know, I was devastated with the loss of Terry Funk. And like I said, Wrestling DeLorean, I did a tribute show to Terry Funk. The last thing I thought I would have to do is talk about another death just 24 hours later, and one of the magnitude of Bray Wyatt. You know, Bray Wyatt is a guy, hands down, in the modern era, might be the greatest character, one of the greatest minds in the modern era, someone who kept on, you know, making his character fresh and reinventing himself. And from all accounts, all his peers and everyone who's had a one-on-one opportunity to meet the man, they have nothing but amazing things to say about him. He was a great wrestler, a great mind in the business, but even better human being, great father, great husband, great man. So I honestly am at a loss for words. I'm absolutely devastated. And yeah, my condolences to the families of both Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, definitely. Man, very well said, man. I commend you, my brother. And I can't wait for, you know, we will have it here. And also you will hear it at Wrestling DeLorean as well. You know, about the never mentioned top moments of, you know, Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. You also will see it here. You'll see that here. So that'll be coming soon. And yes, shout out to Dom. What is going on, my brother? Yes, what's up, brothers? It's been one of the most difficult weeks to be a wrestling fan. Terry was one idol of mine. Bray is beyond tragic. Love you both. Mm-hmm. Love you too, man. Lennox, what is going on, brother? We love you too, Lennox. RP to both the hardcore legend, Terry Funk and the Fiend, the eater of the whole world. Yes, absolutely, man. That is absolutely good. Appreciate you for tuning in, Lennox and Dom. All right, let's get into that. Actually, before we get into All In, and you know, before we get on to that, I just want to get this out of the way very momentarily. And I just want to talk about Raw, because you know, we're heading into Payback. But so I don't know really how intrigued you were of Raw, but I was. The match, I think that, of course, I said about the match of the night, even though it did not end in how we expected, a clean pin, but it was a clean, I guess, count out, you could say. But the match was great. I enjoyed really match with, you know, Chad Gable and Gunther. That I cannot wait to see the actual match once again on Payback. I liked the whole promo of Nakamura with him just saying in Japanese about Rollins' back and, you know, talking about his back. Oh, I got your back. And it's like, I got me really invested, man. I'm really actually intrigued of this. And, of course, seeing finally, you know, Raquel Rodriguez, finally we get to see no more smiling and no more hey. No, we get to see that. Aggression. See the aggression of Raquel Rodriguez. Finally, it's about damn time. No more misses all here. Hi. No. No, chingue su madre. Ahora sí, there you go. You got to step it up. That's how they say. That's right. And you're doing that, Raquel, so I'm very intrigued. So, I mean, break it down, brother. Tell me. I mean, you talk to us. Let us know. Floor is yours. Were you intrigued? Are you excited for these, you know, especially these 3 matches we could say they're going to happen at Payback? So take it away. The floor is yours.
No, yeah, I definitely think Raw was very good this week. I think that Raw was, you know, doing really good. I think that they had a good momentum for the last couple weeks, but this week was very good in my opinion. I like how they are building Nakamura as a genuine threat to Seth Rollins, especially, you know, he's targeting the back now. Seth Rollins, he put it out there that he had, I forgot what he said, fractured discs or something bulging disc in his back. So Nakamura already knows, like, you know, he sees blood in the water. He knows where the target's on, and he's going to go after that, which I think is a great story. Old school story. You know, that's like old school wrestling. Like, hey, I know what your weakness is. I'm going to go after it. You know, I love Raquel versus Rhea. I've been saying for a long time, I think that that's going to be a huge matchup. That at Payback is going to be awesome. And I think that for them to have a rematch for Chad Gable and Gunther at Payback, they set it up perfectly here, because they showed that Chad Gable could not only hang with him, but he technically got the victory, which leads to another matchup at Payback. I was originally kind of upset that they put this match on Raw because I thought that it would be better for the pay-per-view. Right. And now I see why they did it. It was a good setup. Also wanted to give a shout out to Tommaso Ciampa's promo. You know, little Easter eggs there. Looks like he's going to Hopefully bring back DIY with Johnny Gargano, which I am super hyped for. You know, we've seen the post he had. He had like a missing person post on Twitter. I don't know if you saw that for Johnny Gargano. Yes. And then he, if you caught what he said at the end of his promo, he said, "Do it yourself," which is DIY. So hopefully, you know, we see DIY on the main roster. That's going to be awesome.
Oh man, give us the match. Just make them tag team champions. Fuck, I don't care. Just have them versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Ooh. Oh man, that'd
be fire.
Oh my god, I think it will be a fire match. It's especially the storyline that will happen between both of them, how it's going to be inputted. Oh my god, I think it's going to be fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. So, and also shout out to NXT. Very brief. I just wanted to say, if you haven't seen it, Heat Wave, go back. Trick Williams impressed me in that matchup against what he had. Against it just impressed me. And also, Wesley, versus, all of that. Go watch it, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot here to talk about. We're trying to make it a short time, but I would really recommend to go back and watch that. Trick Williams, I commend you, brother. Even though I defended you last time against, fucking piece of shit Brian Alvarez. They're like, why would you whoop that Trick? Like, you whoop that Trick. Should whoop your ass. That's what we should do. That's what we should do right here. Oh man, and let's see. Yeah, yes, it was absolutely. It really was. And shout out to you, Brad. Appreciate you for joining us here as well. All right, man. Let's get into the action now. Now we can talk about it. It is time to talk about it. It's time for the predictions. Oh yes, for the predictions of All In, ladies and gentlemen. We're all in here. No pun intended like that, but you know what I mean. But we're all in here. We're all in here. But yes, and it was announced today, I think earlier today, that Tony Khan announced that there's going to be 11 matches in total. So there's 10 here that we have. However, he added another one to the card. And the other one that he added was the he added this match right here. And I want to get your thoughts. Might as well let's just talk about it. Let's bring it up. He added it. The FTW title on the line. Jack Perry versus, of course, Hook. So it looks like it's official. Tony Khan announced it. It will be for that title. So, are you invested in this story? Are you excited for this matchup? Break it down to there. Just let the people know. Damn it, tell them. What do you think?
I am invested for the fact that it's the future of AEW. Two very young wrestlers here who are doing good things, and to put them in front of 80,000 plus is going to be awesome. So this is the future of AEW. When you look at AEW 5-6 years from now, this could be the main event of a pay-per-view. So I think that this is good that they're investing in their future, and they have guys who have shown out and have, made a name for themselves in AEW. It's nice that they're giving them the opportunity to be on the grandest stage for AEW. This is AEW's WrestleMania. This is AEW's biggest show ever. This is technically the most attended wrestling show of all time. So instead of giving all your slots away to part-timers and guys who are not technically with the company, it's nice that they're giving their young talents, their homegrown talents, this opportunity as well. So I'm invested.
Yes, love Jack as a heel. I always wanted to do the Hollywood Jack, but he is killing it. I'm with that's what we said it a while back, right? If we go back to the archives, we said give it a 902.01, whatever the hell theme song. It don't matter. He needs to have all of that because I'm invested too. I really wanted this to be a story though. What I really wanted was the Taz to finally just take off, the headphones and say, you know what, jackass, and he calls out his son. Like, let's say if Jack Perry would have tried to attack Taz and Hook, that would have been it. I wish they could have gone that direction, but that's fine. I mean, Tony Khan, you announced it, so it's okay. We're okay with it. I'm okay with it. So yeah, I'm invested. All right, but I'm not invested on this. I know Chris ain't here yet, but he'll be joining us, Papi Chulo, in a few. Of course, we're gonna have the AWX. All right, it's not the real world heavyweight. It's CM Punk's title, technically. Okay, CM Punk. Of course, we already saw the storyline. We saw that he was one of the conquistadors of Collision wannabe, and of course, Attack Joe revealed it was him. We all knew it was you. I mean, you could tell. It's everything. Can't hide it. we already know it's you, Phil, but now we're gonna have this matchup happening at All In. Who do you got, De Niro, and are you also invested in this storyline as well?
Surprisingly, I'm very invested in this storyline because, I've said many, 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 many times that one of my favorite feuds growing up when I first got into independent wrestling was Samoa Joe versus CM Punk. Samoa Joe versus CM Punk, that trilogy in Ring of Honor in 2004 where they went to an hour draw 2 times and then they went like what's called no time limit for the last matchup. All 3 matches, 5-star matches. It was really what made me start watching independent wrestling. So it always had a special place in my heart. CM Punk on this show against anybody else, I'm like, whatever. But CM Punk on this show against Samoa Joe, it's special to me because I remember watching those shows. Like the first time I saw Samoa Joe versus CM Punk, it was in Dayton, Ohio for the first matchup in front of like 300 people. So for them to run this matchup back in front of 80,000 people, it's special, I definitely see CM Punk winning this matchup, but I think that it's cool that a feud that has been going on since 2004 and then just restarted in 2023 with the Owen Hart Cup. I think that's cool that we're going to see it ran back one more time in front of 80,000 people. Like Samoa Joe said on his promo, this is one of Samoa Joe and CM Punk's greatest feuds of all time. A roll-up during a tournament semifinals is not how you end that feud. You got to end it at Wembley. So definitely awesome. I'm going for Punk.
Ooh, I go with Punk too. I feel that she should win it. I mean, he should win it. He should win this match. But it's gonna be interesting to see it, and I'm really intrigued, invested to see how the fans are gonna react to this matchup. That's where I want to see how's that headed, and I'm just curious to see how the fans are gonna be. Let's see. Yes, I was our at Rupp Saturday Grave Seat. Didn't stay for Ring of Honor tapings. Besides, okay, awesome. Yes, you can't go wrong with Zack Sabre Jr.
Hope you had a good time at the show.
Yes, Brett. Yes, absolutely. I hope you had an incredible time. That is for sure. All right, and now we're going to talk about the other one that the director will give his thoughts when he comes in, but the Fatal 4-Way for the AEW Women's Championship. He got a shot at defending the title versus, of course, Saraya, Toni Storm, and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. We've been seeing the stories by far. A while back, the director said Saraya should at least go for that title and win it. Nostradamus got halfway there. He's not there yet until this happened. So the biggest question, do you believe Nostradamus, the director, the oracle of podcasting, you could say, for him to say is that Saraya could take this all and win it in her hometown in London in Wembley Stadium? Can Saraya be the women's champion? So that is the biggest question for you, De Niro. And who do you got, man?
First of all, I can't help but notice that the way you set up this picture here looks like the Bohemian Rhapsody cover for Queen.
Yes,
right?
It is.
especially there in Wembley, right? If you remember Live Aid, Queen killed it in Live Aid. But anyway, I think that's my pick. I'm going with Saraya. First of all, if you go back to the original All In, 2018, before AEW even was a thing, there was one women's matchup on the show, and it was a 4-way women's matchup, and Britt Baker was in that matchup. So All In, 5 years later, we have another 4-way women's matchup, this time for the AEW Women's Champion, and Britt Baker has grown such like leaps and bounds into an incredible wrestler and superstar from where she was in 2018. So that's really cool to see. But I think that the biggest wrestling story for the women would be Saraya coming out of retirement, wrestling in front of her home crowd, the largest crowd in wrestling, and in front of her hometown. Well, not her hometown, but her home country, winning the AEW Women's Champion. So I'm going to go with Saraya as well. I think that would be a really cool moment to have her win that title.
Oh, I hope she does. But my thing is more with Toni Storm, would she allow it or will she help her to get the pin? That's what I'm wondering there. Because if I'm afraid that this is going to cause the chaos for probably the separation of Outcasts. Toni Storm wants her title back. She's basically pretty much entered her, her rematch clause here in this Fatal 4-Way. So now it's like, okay, who's gonna win this one? That and they're gonna look at each other. Wait, it's me or you? No, it's my title. No, wait. That's where the fear is, because as much people probably would hate Outcast, but I actually enjoyed Outcast.
I like him too.
I like him. It's a good heel, great group, great faction they have. But that's a good only question there is, where could we go from this on the ending of that matchup? But I hope Saraya gets the pin. I hope the way it ends, let's say everybody hits a finisher, Saraya finally hits hers. I don't know where to Shida. She pins Shida, or let's say Britt Baker hits Shida, and then she pushes Britt Baker away, and then she takes a pin. That could be the case too. Never know. Maybe that could be interesting. This is such good shit. I'm excited. I am excited. I'm trying to see what else is next here. So bear with me, guys, because I have so much here. Yes, we have so many here. Let's see. Where the hell is it? Okay, here we go. Because we're waiting for the director. He should have been coming in by now. That's what we're waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. But while he's taking his time, we're just going to talk about one here. And just add it right here, because there's not much to talk about on Dynamite. I'll let the director handle that. So let me see here. So let's talk. Getting it ready here. My apologies for the delay. Just, trabajo, work. Okay, here we go. So the House of Black versus the Acclaim. The return of Daddy Ass. So we saw what happened, of course, on Dynamite. And Daddy Ass, come on, you took out the real me. You took everything, and he's out. So now, one more time, we get to see it. And are you invested on this? And what do you got on this match?
I'm not too much invested in the matchup itself. I'm just glad that all 6 of these guys are going to be on this show. Just for the same reason that I mentioned about Jack Perry and Hook. Like, when you have talent that have been busting their ass all year, they deserve to be on the biggest show of the year. So that's why I'm invested, just because I'm happy for them. The storyline, I mean, I'm not really too big on the storyline. I like that Billy Gunn is back, and he's not daddy ass, he's badass Billy Gunn. But yeah, I hope that doesn't mean that the Acclaim wins, because I think that the House of Black should continue to win matches and continue to reign as the Trios champion. So I'm going with the House of Black.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you too. I'm going to go with the House of Black as well. This story, I think this is the ending of, Billy Gunn. I think this is his last match. That's what I think. It's just, for me, I don't know what other thing can you do. I mean, unless he can manage and not wrestle. That he could do. Don't get me wrong, he's great in the ring. I'm not critiquing his in-ring abilities at all. The only thing I'll say is, the Acclaim was here. And now it's like, where are you now? And that's where I feel, like I said, no disrespect to FTR. It has nothing to do with that. It's just more like how Tony Khan is booking this tag team division, and then what are you doing with the Acclaim? I know in the beginning it was kind of like, oh shit, they injury prone here and there. I know that. And then when they became a tag team champions, it was the hottest thing ever, honestly, in AEW. Yeah. And when they lost it, and then from there, I don't know where they were going in this direction. It just, to me, I don't see anything on this, to be honest. I really don't. I don't know what else could we really, do with the Acclaim after this. I really don't know what else can you do with it. Yeah, because that's the only thing that I feel that there's. I mean, shit. I mean, like I said,
might have to make him heel again.
That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking of making him heel again and see where it goes, because we don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do with them. They should go heel, because I mean, what else can they do? It's unfortunate. I don't know. At this point, I do not know where can you go with this. So we'll see. We will see. All right. So we're still waiting on the director. He should have been on, director. I know you're watching us, but I had other layouts while because you were gonna come on. Now I gotta create other ones while we're doing this. So bear with me here, guys, and I apologize for it. So I'm just gonna do this very, very brief as possible. Okay. All right. Might as well just add it because I was gonna wait on it, but since the director is taking forever, he is taking forever. So come on, man, get supposed to be on already. Jesus, we said a certain time, damn it. Well, your prediction was there, and you called it. 1/4 of it, you called it. Okay, that's all I can say is you called 1/4 of it, and that is, of course, the now became a 5-man tag team.
And if it would have stayed a 6-man, I'm sure Chris Hero would have been. No, but yeah, as soon as I saw fucking Proud and Powerful, I was like, I said it.
Yeah,
I said it.
You said it.
It hasn't even been a week. It's less than a week ago. Just this past Sunday. Go back to episode 160 of the Circle of Debate. Go to hour 120. Now I don't know the time, but just go to and hear me say that Santana and Ortiz will turn their back on Eddie Kingston and will be on the team with the BCC.
Oh, man. Yes. Oh, there he is. Now he's here. Jesus, it took him for long enough. All right. That's time to bring him in, ladies and gentlemen. And there he is, El Papi Chulo.
Hey. What up? Good afternoon. Thursday noon.
Well, yeah, it's Thursday noon for you, Papi Chulo. I know it is.
Just woke up, got showered. I don't stink. We're good.
You don't stink? No. You're a sexy man. No.
I'm
No, you're.
I got a girl. That's all. You know. That's all, that's all the evidence I need.
Yeah, that's the only thing we need to know. But yes, they're popping to the. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Director Papi Chulo, the director himself. Oh, Jesus Christ, what is going on here? So yes, there it is. That's what I wanted to do. And here we have it. Now this is the match we were talking about. And it's mixed with Dynamite either way, because with this, of course, what happened in Dynamite, we saw Rey Fenix versus Moxley, and that was a good matchup. I actually enjoyed the match. The match was actually great. And of course, the injury quote on that, but we already know that Rey Fenix cannot go because of his passport issues. He can't go because of that. No other reason. It's just visa issues, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't have no suspension, no DUI, nor none of the warrant, none of that shit. It was because of visa issues, of course. They won't allow him to.
Which
so now,
I don't know. They've had this plan for months and months, and I know that it's a tricky process, but like, how did everybody else get theirs but him? What was wrong with his? I'd love to know if Penta got one, right?
Yeah, his is his.
So yeah, I would love to know how someone fucked that up.
Well, on this one, you could say who fucked it up on this one was really more Rey Fenix, because he was the one that didn't get it done at all. So
he didn't even apply for it?
I think he probably either forgot or he probably didn't apply for it on time to probably renew all that shit. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Unless you have a legal reason, which he doesn't seem to. It's just someone didn't file the paperwork on time. And that sounds like it's solely on the individual.
Yep.
Or management or agent, but someone close to him or him.
Yeah.
But who does have his passport?
Who does?
Pac. Pac could be the replacement if they're still running with the numbers. I think that's a solid surprise. I think since he's from there, and I think they still need a man on the good guy team. He would be and he also now has that feud with Claudio, and he turned on Blackpool. He would be a fantastic replacement. So that's my.
He's injured though. I think that's why he's not on the show. He's injured.
I don't care. I'd rather him fight. I don't care. Whatever. I don't care. He's got a passport. Just go, bro. Figure it out. Put some ice cream on it. Get that Japanese wrestling spray.
But go ahead. I should have break it down. I mean, De Niro got to write it. See, he's the oracle right here. So
2 pointers because you got both of them right.
but break it down. Go ahead. The match on Dynamite and
yeah, the match was what it was. I don't know if we felt swerved at all about which side Santana Ortiz, and we're weird. They're calling him Mike Santana. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't care if that's his name. Don't do that. There's only one Mike on the show, and he's right there. So yeah, one of them blocking the path for the good guys, and then the other one coming up from the back who hasn't wrestled in over a year. I guess that was a surprise. I'd be surprised if you were to see one and not the other one. And I don't remember, the storyline has been so long, and AEW has a bad habit of making us remember shit that happened over a year ago. The terms with which they were with Eddie Kingston, I don't remember it going bad.
It
But
does.
it didn't go bad, right? But immediately they're not with Eddie Kingston, even though like Eddie and Moxley are boys. But then there was a breakup there, so then they had to maybe pick which one of the dads of they part, like the custody battle. So yeah, there's no explaining on why they chose to go with Blackpool instead of with Eddie. That's just another thing about AEW. Like one of the few things that it's like the writing is like long term. They expect us to remember. I'm glad they're in this. They've been in, I think, all of the Stadium Stampedes ever, all three of them. So it feels right. I don't think any other team would have made sense. Obviously, Aussie Open would have been the other team. I guess would have maybe made sense, but this is the right choice. And the graphic that I'm looking at, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Is that the 5 versus 5? All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
So don't replace Phoenix. And then don't add a 6 to Blackpool is what they're doing.
So because Phoenix, so now it's 5-on-5. So now that's why they were gonna add another person, but with the whole passport issue, that's why they didn't do it. So they kept it.
Who was number 6 on Blackpool that got pulled?
No, it was a mystery.
It was supposed to be, right, but they just kind of are gonna make us forget about it, like the Nightmare Factory or whatever the fuck Randy Rhodes is doing.
Yep.
Okay. All right, fair enough, fair play. Yeah, and man, they got more Brits on their team. Literally nobody on this is from Blackpool, so I don't know who's gonna win. I think give Eddie the pin over Claudio. Let that story be told.
Okay,
I like it.
I like it. Okay, so did our final thoughts on this and the AEW matchup that happened?
The matchup at Dynamite was really good. I like that. I think that Moxley and Phoenix had really good chemistry with each other. I like that they had a reason why Phoenix wasn't on. They didn't just unbook him and then say, well, this is the match that we're going with now. I like that they gave us a reason why he wouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think that Blackpool wins. I think Blackpool Combat Club. I was about to call it the Blackpool Combat Crew. The Blackpool Combat Club win. So the BCC, PNP, whatever you call it. Yeah. So
Awesome.
are they still going by Proud and Powerful? I always thought that was a stupid ass name for a tag team, but
yeah, Santana Ortiz. You already have 2 nicknames. Santana Ortiz, perfect.
yeah.
Just keep
Call
that.
them LAX.
We don't need 4 alliterations on one team name.
Word. It's the BCC, PNP, former LAX.
Yeah, LAX, whatever.
Yep.
I love it. All right, and here this is the beginning, of course, of what happened on Dynamite. But we saw the Leeds versus Juice Robinson. Oh no, it was the Young Bucks and the Juice Robinson. Of course, the match never happened on Dynamite, and it didn't. Of course, chaos happened. And by the way, oh man, the ref, fuck man, he took that punch from fucking Juice. Finally, we get to see. Oh man, I finally get to see him get punched. We never see him get punched, and we finally saw it. I was actually happy. I actually was laughing.
Poor Bryce Remsburg.
I'm sorry. It wasn't Bryce. Who was it?
Was it Bryce?
Rick Knox.
No, it was Rick Knox who got
Rick
punched.
Knox is a wrestler. Rick Knox is a wrestler. He can take it.
Yeah, he's a.
Yeah.
He took it, and I was like, yes, Knox, he deserved that punch, man. I'm tired of his shit. When he used to be around, I would have watched him way back in the days of bar wrestling. I would watch him, and then oh my god, it's a long story, but I don't want to get into it. Let's get into this. Of course, we saw the aftermath, and then now these are the 2 matches. We're gonna talk about both of these matches. So the first one we're gonna talk. So double question, of course. first, thoughts of the opening show, and you choose which, and just pretty much both. I said we should talk about the 6-man tag, and then we'll talk about the tag team titles. So Liz, break it down to Nero. The floor is yours. Take it away, mi hermano.
Yeah, I think that the opening of the show, I like that it just like wasn't a match. It was just a chaotic brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Really built up the hatred between these two teams, and I think that it's good that we had that on this show because we didn't have much time to build to this matchup. We just got it announced last week, and then this week we had a little bit of a build, and then it's the showtime. So I like how they had that because it really showed that there was like hatred between these two teams. I'm definitely going with Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, and Hangman Page. I think that that's going to be the easy victory for them. Not easy, but like a decisive win for them. Now for the tag team title matchup, I am still going with what I said last week on Circle Debate. I think that, as much as it might not happen, it might be fantasy booking. I might be fucking pulling shit out of my fucking ass here, but I think that FTR and the Young Bucks, if there is going to be a winner, it's going to be FTR, in my opinion, right? And I think that since there's no decisive main event for All Out, and since you need to pack out the United Center with 1 week notice, because All Out is literally a week after this.
Yes.
What would sell it out instantly would be some type of brawl afterwards. Kenny Omega coming in to help the Young Bucks. CM Punk coming in to help FTR. And then we get the trios matchup main event All Out.
Oh,
so that's how I would book it. I mean, shit. FTR is great friends with CM Punk. CM Punk hates the Young Bucks. I mean, maybe FTR is the liaison. What was the word? Liaison? To get guys all in the same room to talk. So hopefully, everyone's on the same page. And like I said, if you have 1 week to build another pay-per-view and you have, 2 matches booked for that pay-per-view and no other matches, no main event, no title matches. I mean, shit, if you have to pack out the United Center, 20,000 plus seats, shit, you have to go with the hottest story going on right now in AEW, and that's how you do it.
Oh, you see, you heard this, Tony Khan.
I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
You're going to take it, damn it. You're bullshit, Tony Khan. You got to take it because this man right here, book him. Book all of us, damn it. The board of directors is right here.
Or the board of directors.
That's right. See, you got the Oracle and the Nostradamus here of professional wrestling. That's what we have right here. So speaking of Oracle, can you take it away?
Yeah.
And
speaking of booking, they need to hit me up and talk about the last 2 Dynamites. This one included. They are doing something. Like I kind of see what they're trying to do, but it's not working for me. They're trying to push the bigger stars and the main eventers and the important shit in the first hour so they can really drive it home for you. And then that way, once that's out of the way, they want you to really focus on the secondary stars in the company in the second hour and putting them into a main event picture, which I do get that. But the way it feels is that it feels like the hours need to be switched. So last week, we had was it Cheetah and Britt Baker, or was it who was it? Not the women's match. It was
the Bunny and Britt Baker.
Yeah, Bunny and Britt Baker was the co-main, and I'm like, oh, I thought that was the main event, and then all of a sudden it was the Guns and the Young Bucks, and that was the main event, and that just the sparks just died in that last like 30 to 40 minutes of that second hour.
Mm-hmm.
That episode started off hot and it kind of fizzled down. That's what happened in this episode as well. It started hot. You had the Blackpool coming out first. You had the interview with FTR. You had the Kenny Omega stuff. You had the Jericho Appreciation Society debate. And then it just died down in the second hour with more stars that absolutely deserve to have a push. But this did not feel like a go-home show.
No, it didn't actually.
I know we still have like Rampage and Collision kind of that are, I guess they're not. Those shows are weird because they're secondary shows. They're not. Rampage is not treated the same way you treat SmackDown to Raw. These are like the Thunders and the Heats of AEW. Yeah. So for this to be the buy our pay-per-view, even though I think it's free, watch our pay-per-view at 10 a.m. on the West Coast, which we're going to be doing. It didn't feel like the end of like a Raw where like Austin just laid out 20 people and he's driving a beer truck into the ring. Watch WrestleMania. I'm like, I'm fucking hyped for that. This didn't feel like that. And going into the biggest pay-per-view in the history of pay-per-views of all time or live events ever. I didn't get that vibe. Should have been the other way around. Switch those hours, and I would not have this complaint at all. FTR definitely needs to get that win cleanly over the Young Bucks, and the only reason I think that the Golden Elite lovers are going to win this is because you just got Juice and Jay in there, and they've kind of been losing a lot, and it doesn't make sense to have them beat. It would be a major upset if Kota and if Takeshita beats Kota, that would be the win. That would be the thing that would make the most sense. If anybody doesn't beat Kenny, that's the only way that makes sense for that. But I don't see it happening. So I'm with De Niro on both of these predictions.
Absolutely love it. And shout out to our brother at the Broadcast. What is going on, man? Check them out. Yeah, man. They're following them up on their social media platforms and on Twitch. They not only just podcast, they even take us, back in time as well, but also they take us in the gaming world. So make sure you follow, bro.
Oh, dude, I love gaming. If you got a gaming channel, let's go. I'm down.
Oh man, definitely.
Speaking of gaming, right? Shout out to the Stadium Stampede matchup finally being available for AEW Fight Forever. The DLC was a free download today, and so far.
So I just bought the game like a week ago. I've been blasting through it. I've got a lot of great things to say. I've got a lot of things that I know they can improve upon. This sounds like a different episode, but thank you for telling me because I had no fucking clue.
Yeah, the current update that came out today is a free download for Stadium Stampede. Online, I think you could wrestle all around the football stadium with 30 other people. So it's like Fortnite.
Jaguar Stadium or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm down for that. I haven't taken it online yet, just because I've been getting used to it. And but yeah, no, I'm having some fun with it. There's things that I know that they're going to do better in the sequel. I promise.
I would love to play with you online, so definitely let me know.
I got PlayStation, so it's what it is.
Same here. So
we should do a review on the game one day. I think we should.
Yeah, I can knock that out. Me and De Niro probably knock that out in like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I believe that. I think, that's for sure. I think you guys could. I still haven't played the game, so I need to see, what is up with the game. And speaking of game, no pun intended, but Papa H.
Time to play the game. Wait, wrong show.
The wrong show. But this match here, what the hell? Okay, we saw
weird.
Okay, we saw what happened to Dynamite. AR Fox, Swerve versus Nick Wayne and Darby Allin. Good match, by the way. Remind me of the 5 match because I've seen it, but I enjoyed it. Great overall. But then we see, Swerve laughing. You're out. You kick out AR Fox. You jump him. Of course, Darby and Nick Wayne save, and then now Christian Cage. All right, Cage. I need to tell you something, man. You just stop with the whole father shit. That's just already getting annoying. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
now it's crazy.
I thought he was gonna make he didn't even make reference to he didn't. Okay, so to be fair, I'm speaking. My feed cut out for some reason. I don't know if it went off air on purpose, if they were trying to censor Cage because it actually did do that weird signal lost screen. I don't know if he was going way hard and they were we can't air this. But he didn't, in my feed, did not make reference to you're going to be the second orphan that I've had to take care of in the past year. I thought he was going to go that route. If that's what made the feed I didn't see, then oh well. But he it's a fucked up opportunity that he missed because I also have a dead dad, and so I'm totally there with these guys. So it's I know that you got to get the script cleared. I guess I'm sure Nick Wayne and him had a conversation about hey man, here's where we're going with it. And if Nick didn't feel comfortable, he probably would have told him not to do it. I hope that's how the locker room runs. But yeah, still weird. It's still weird. It's so weird they do this. It was weird when MJF did it to Brian Pillman. It's weird when they do it to Jungle Boy. Now they're doing it to Nick Wayne. It's just weird.
Yeah. It's just fucking, but go ahead. But you know what? Go ahead. Or and who do you got in this match? Now there's a coffin match. Now you got Christian Cage in this now.
Where did they establish that? During this show?
That was announced. They
didn't announce that during the show, did they? They weren't and coming up after this pay-per-view or whatever, it's going to be a coffin match?
Yeah, it's a coffin match.
I didn't hear them say that either in the feed, so I don't know what I missed. I watched the show, I promise, but yeah, it has to be over. Now we have AR Fox double switching back, fucking goddamn it. And why is it in this match? Now it's going to be Darby and Sting and Swerve and Christian, and so why isn't it also AR and Brian Cage? I don't know. And where's Luchasaurus? Why was he there? And what's Prince Donna doesn't even wrestle? I don't.
He's like,
I could try to make sense of this. I could really try to make sense of this.
This is like playing chess with 30. You have what? Like, I don't know how many people are in a chessboard. I know how to play chess. I don't know how many actual icons you have on each side. But this is like playing chess where you have like 30 players on each side, but you can only move 2. It's like,
oh my god,
why are the rest of them even there? What's the point?
I don't know, man.
This is going to be amazing, though. I'm still here for the New Jack Sting. We're definitely going to get him doing some coffin drops off the top of the fucking goalpost or something.
Oh my god, could this man not hurt himself? Could he not hurt himself? Because I know.
I mean that stage dive into the teeth, man. I'm sure he has veneers already, but he had to get him replaced after that for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just hope he does not get hurt. He doesn't deserve to get hurt. So I mean, I just hope they win. That's all I gotta say. For me, the match was good. Of course, there's nothing much about Dynamite. For me, it's just like I hope the story's over and it's done.
It's gonna be entertaining while it's happening, but I'm not watching it for the who cares who wins aspect.
No, I just want Sting and Darby to win, and I know Tony Khan said it in a press conference. I heard him.
Kid Reigns supposed to be in this match. What the fuck is happening? Is he in the undercard? Is it him and Brian Cage in the buy-in?
There's nothing. No, there's 11 matches in total. That's it. I know. You're like this right now. Fuck!
Brian Cage is in a position where he can just lose and we don't care because that's all he's been doing. Have him and Nick Wayne open the show or have a buy-in.
They're going to do a battle royal most
Nick
likely.
Wayne beats Brian Cage. It'll be like Zach Gowen beating Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I
could try to make. All right, I'm gonna try to make sense of all this right now, right? So a week after this, you have Darby Allin versus Luchasaurus. So I guess that's why they put this. They added Christian Cage in this to try to build up to All Out in 2 weeks. AR Fox, just like Phoenix, I'm hearing is also a visa issue. That's why they had to write him off the show. So that's why it was like a last minute replacement.
Okay. So thank you. All right. I should have probably.
Yeah,
and then I should let you go first.
I just don't get, like, why would you have Brian Cage come out to attack Darby to announce that Brian Cage is not going to be Strickland's partner? That didn't make sense to me. I think that you should have just had Luchasaurus and Christian Cage come out and attack Darby and everyone else. But I mean, you add more star power on the show by adding Christian Cage onto this matchup, and I'm also excited to see Christian Cage and Sting mix it up for the first time since TNA days. But besides that, I mean, this matchup should be good just for whatever Sting pulls out. I mean, there's been a lot of rumors and talks that, this is Sting's last year in wrestling. I mean, what better way to go out than on top inside of Wembley Stadium in front of the largest crowd in wrestling history? So I definitely think that this would be a cool matchup for Darby and Sting to win if Sting is going to, in fact, retire after this.
They're saying that he might not. I think he's going to stick around. Tony Khan is so confident. I think we'll do a debate on that sometime because he is saying that this is Sting's career best by far out of his career. It's debatable right there, Tony Khan. I don't know about that.
I disagree with that.
yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Is he doing more exciting shit than he's ever done before? Yes. But you can't tell me that Sting 2023 in AEW is more exciting than Crow Sting taking out the whole NWO. You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell me that that's more exciting.
One's a more exciting storyline. One's a more exciting performer. Because
it depends on what you're watching for.
Crow Sting didn't really have any matches per se, but then also this guy kind of doesn't have really. I don't know. I guess there's definitely more exciting. Yeah, it's weird. That's a good question because we grew up watching both of them. So Crow taking out the NWO, yeah, that was powerful. That was awesome. Every time we saw him up in the in the heavens or the rafters, whatever they called it,
in the bat down.
Yeah, that was cool as fuck. And he'd come out and he'd let everybody out. I love the gif that goes around where it's like he comes down and he has a mask on and he takes off the mask and it's still the mask and everyone flips the fuck out. I love that shit. But
why would you hide your face with your face?
Because he wanted them to think he was Bret Hart, right? I think that was what the storyline was. Like they weren't sure if that was a real Sting and there was a fake Sting. but I like this performer better as far as like athletic storytelling goes. But you go back to like what was it? The Blade Runners? That Sting, the Neon Sting. Mm-hmm. That was the better wrestler of all of the versions of Sting because he was in there doing like he was like a high flying tactician. He was like a high flying Bret Hart, and that was the best version of Sting within the four posts. So pick your poison. Tactical, great wrestler Sting, great storyteller ring, or butt machine Sting. That's the three careers of Sting, man. I love it. I'm here for it. I've
three stages of Sting. You have the three faces of Foley and the three stages of Sting.
De Niro?
Oh yeah, like I said, Darby and Sting take this all the way.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if that was not the case. But Swerve's been that side of the ring has been losing a lot. So like, I don't know. Just whatever it is, it's over.
Okay. All right. We're almost there. So here we go. This is a match that, yes, baby. Yes. We're going to the Jones, the greatest jerk of all time, the Tom Brady of professional wrestling. I don't give a damn what everybody tells me. Debate me on that. I don't give a damn. Damn it. Jericho's defending you. You better defend me. You better, retweet this because I'll do a clip on this for you. But yes, versus Will Ospreay, of course. Bro. This is good. Oh, man. Yes. And then just the contract signing. Jeez. I'm gonna let you guys talk about that because you guys think about it. All I know is that I hope this match could be the match of the night. That's just what I'm hoping for. I am really. And Jericho, the Nero mentioned last week, and also you could hear it on Wrestling DeLorean, of course, as well on iHeartRadio. He talks about it. But yes, let's break it down. About the contract signing, De Niro, and who do you got on this match?
Well, bruv, the contract signing was good. I like how they brought the energy and they brought the passion. But I mean, has it been announced yet if Will Ospreay is a part of Don Callis' family? Because Will Ospreay has his own faction. Will Ospreay got the United Kingdom. Plus, Will Ospreay mentioning that he's a free agent in 6 months. I thought that was interesting because, I don't know if he's trying to lobby for a big contract with AEW, but he did mention in the past that he would rather stay in New Japan. This matchup itself is going to be really good. Chris Jericho looks motivated. Him and Will Ospreay could definitely steal the show. The crowd's going to be going crazy. Will Ospreay in England is like a freaking, God amongst men. He walks on water over there. And Chris Jericho, one of the greatest of all time, it's going to be really good. I think that this matchup is going to be fun. And to be honest, I give it to Ospreay. You know what I mean? I give it to Ospreay, and I have Jericho lose with the storyline being that, Jericho he lost everything. He lost the Jericho Appreciation Society. He loses this matchup in front of the biggest crowd in AEW. He's supposed to be the biggest star in AEW. He loses on the biggest stage, and then you build Jericho back up from there. So have Will Ospreay win, and then eventually, if Will Ospreay does sign with AEW, you already come into AEW as a full-time wrestler with a huge victory over your belt. So I go with Ospreay.
I love it. Director.
Chris Jericho is very easily my number 1.5 favorite wrestler of all time. Pretty much if Shawn Michaels is as out of action, Jericho's got the number 1 spot. This is a crazy match. Wow, I'm very excited for this because Ospreay is fucking pedal to the metal the entire time. And with all due respect, this version of Jericho is never going to be able to pull off the things that Will Ospreay can pull off. So what we're going to get, and it was sort of alluded to in the promo, which I love, the promo about, and I knew it when he said it. He said, "You're going to end up in a wheelchair like your," and I'm like, "Dynamite Kid." Telling him to tone it back and get longevity, and the fact that Jericho did do that, and we know the Lionheart used to be able to do everything Will Ospreay could do. That Jericho does exist. Jericho brought it down. Will Ospreay's ramping it up. They're going to meet in the middle. And I'm speaking from a producer standpoint, from in the back when they're planning this match. Jericho is going to absolutely balance out the high-speed energy with the version of Jericho we see today, and I'm excited to see how they do that. Jericho's going to have to keep him grounded somehow, work the legs, Go for the Lion Tamer. Go for the Walls, which is the extreme version of it. Hit a Lion Salt, abso-fucking-lutely. Hit the triangle drop kick. Hit all the features. Hit the double arm backbreaker. I hope that'd be fucking sick. But Ospreay, like, this is. I would be very surprised if this is his most exciting match as far as Spot Fest goes. But that's not what the story is here. The story is the passing of the torch, and that torch is getting passed to Will. Jericho will never, ever be buried with a loss. All he does is give the rub. Every time he loses to someone, they get elevated to the fucking moon, and that is what's going to happen in All In Will Ospreay's home country. And as heel, as Peaky Blinders as this guy's promos are, he's still going to be over as Rover. And then I think Jericho's going to get jumped, and then we're going to get the Jazz back.
You think so?
No one talked about it.
It's gonna happen. I like that. I hope. I love the Sammy situation. I love that promo where he said that, hey, man, you guys don't know Jericho the way friendship can blind you. And then Angela Parker, who good-looking dude, came out and said, hey, man, like, we understand what you're saying, but you're also now Jericho being blinded by your friendship, so just beware. So, yeah, great storytelling. I have no idea what's going to happen with that situation. And we'll find out Sunday. Oh, man, I can't wait. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. I'll tell you that. It is.
I was hoping that Sammy would have a match on this show. I mean, for someone who's been in AEW since day one, he deserves to be
literally day one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing, Tony Khan? What the hell are you doing?
That's fucking bullshit.
Bullshit, damn it. You didn't book the Sammy Guevara, damn it. He should be. I guarantee you they're going to do a fucking battle royal. I do not be surprised if they probably will. I don't know. Because even Tony Khan said at a press conference, he said that he, wanted to bring most of them, not all of them, but that was his decision. So that was his call, what he had to do. So, well, it is what it is. I mean, well, we can accept it. Right. So before we move into it, just very quick, because I have to move into the Adam Cole MJF. That's going to be the last one for the night. But we got yours in a row. But let's hear the Oracle right here, the Nostradamus. We need to hear his. You said it a while back, and you said it in archives. Who would take this belt? And go ahead. And also the Sky Blue and Ruby Soho match.
Yeah. I love Sky Blue. She's amazing. She's the future of women's wrestling. And I thought it was her time now. I thought, and it may not be. But she's not getting buried. She's taking losses to women that make sense to lose to. But she'll have plenty of time in the future. She's young. She's only like 22. She rocks like Jordans in the ring, which I think is amazing. They're giving her some mic time, which is kind of cool. But yeah, for sure, this makes sense for her to lose to Ruby in this moment because Ruby's going after that TNT title. Is that what it's called? Or TBS? I don't know. The women's heavyweight title. So I look forward to Soho moving on to Statlander. That's going to be fun. But she's been through so much. She's been through 2 retirements, and I think 2 retirements. She has battled she won the Raw title in her debut. And she's in her hometown. This is her big return. This is all Saraya's. There's no way she loses this match. I think that this is her Daniel Bryan yes moment, and I hope they give it to her. I will literally cry if she wins this match. It's all her. Just thinking about it, the shit she's been through. When she returned in Absolution, when she returned in the ring, I was very emotional. I always get emotional when a wrestler returns. I get emotional when they retire. The Daniel Bryan speech, the Edge speech, I was like, fuck, man, that hurts. But then when they came back, I'm like, goddamn right they did. When Daniel Bryan was throwing those yes kicks to it was like Kevin Owens. When he first came back, I'm like, oh, he's really cleared. He's throwing shit. He's doing, the Yakuza kicks. He's handling it. I'm like, fuck yeah. So when Saraya first came back, felt the same way. And then I think she got injured again, and they were like, fuck, man, you might be out for good this time. And then she came back again. I'm like, oh, let's go. This is the perfect time for her to have that belt and have a long title reign. I want her to set the record. And I don't know how this Tony Storm situation is going to be handled. They're on the same team. You're going to break up Riot Squad 2.0 for this? I think that's okay with me. I'm cool with that. It's really not grinding my gears as far as Angle goes. So let's give the belt to Saraya everybody turns on her, and then she carries that belt for the next year and a half.
Riot Squad 2.0. I didn't think about it. She just fucking said it. What? Right.
That's all it is.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. All right. I love it. Any final thoughts on this? I know you mentioned earlier, but about the Sky Blue and Ruby Soho.
Imagine if this was the main event. God damn it. I'm not
That
mad
would
at
be
it,
huge. To be honest, like I said, I couldn't, everything that Chris said, like I can't agree more. Like that was my pick before Chris got on. I was saying that Saraya from her hometown, the story of her making her wrestling comeback,
I'm literally like I don't cry for sad things. Like it's just not who I am. I don't cry when there's tragedies, but I cry when someone's dreams get like accomplished and something cool happens. And in real life, and like right now, I'm a little choked up thinking about her winning that belt. So for real,
that's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm right there with you, and I hope that happens
in front of the biggest crowd to ever do it. Like that's just I can't understand that. It's so insane.
Speaking of what's insane,
I want it in the main event now.
This should have been the main event. I'm not like I get why. It's for sure a singles men's title, and that's just what is the dominant stereotype of the sport. Like look at all the women's pay-per-views, like WrestleManias. Like did the Ronda Charlotte main event or whatever Becky did that do better than like Cena Rock or Hogan Rock or whatever other main event? Like it just is what it is right now. It's not a problem. I would like it to not be that way, but we're getting there.
Definitely. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting, and I am excited. Speaking of excitement, finally, let's get into this damn main event. We saw what happened in Dynamite, of course. Aussie Open versus the Hardys. And there's nothing I can say. I'm just like, I'm hurt. But, Hardy should go. Retire. That's it. Nothing else you can do. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to get shitted on, but...
Wait, what's happening?
Nah, we need a rematch with Leatherface.
Oh my God. Rematch with Leatherface.
Leatherface and Jason Voorhees versus the Hardys, all out.
This is RoboCop and Chucky and Glacier and Mortis. Who better? I feel like in the past couple months, someone made a Who Better reference. I don't know where it was. It was definitely on like a Dynamite or a Raw.
I think it was Brian Cage. He does it often.
He does that? He says Who Better? Okay.
Yeah, because he was actually close friends with Chris Kanyon.
Chris Kanyon. Goddamn, I love that dude. Dude, I stole that guy's entire moveset when I first debuted. Like he was the first one to do Flatliner. That was his move. It was called the Flatliner, wasn't it? And then Edge stole it and called it the Downward Spiral. Yeah. That fucking reverse Russian leg sweep. I did that shit all day long. Anyways,
awesome.
Continue.
but and then of course we saw the aftermath. We did see at Dynamite, of course, the promos, little Pat, would sit down with Renee Paquette. Look, man, I just want to.
Oh, dude, I love that. Sorry, but that promo where they were like, Eddie Kingston, you see your husband? What's its deal? Well, you want me to fix this? It's your husband's fault. And she was like, fuck, I know, man. Like, I love that.
Renee is such a legend, yo.
That is such a good angle to have. She's just trying to do her job. She's biased, but her husband definitely just tried to fucking murder you with a crowbar. It's so weird. It's like I like that it's awkward. Eddie Kingston keeping it real, man. Someone tell that guy wrestling's fake.
And then not only that, we saw that, and then also we did see, the promo package with with Adam Cole sit down with Renee Paquette. We saw the one with MJF, and great. Just seeing, oh my God, the MJF one I loved. That was fucking fantastic, man. That's why we had to debate that. Jesus Christ, what can I say? This man is going to be the hottest commodity as a face. If you turn him face, Tony Khan. But I love how everything what he said in that was amazing. It got me. You sold to me, damn it. And what else can I say? But then of course, after the promos, we did see, of course, the Aussie Open trying to attack, of course, calling out MJF, Adam Cole. We saw them come out, and then they were attacking each other. Adam Cole almost hit MJF with the boot, and then they put it down. MJF, passed by him, put the ring on, and we're like, oh, he's gonna hit him, and then no, he ended up hugging him, and man, this is. I heard Jim Cornette said this on his fucking show. He said he doesn't know where this is going with it. He said it better not ruin it because he's claiming, and I want to get your guys' thoughts as well, that this is the hottest thing happening and the hottest rating for AEW, especially on Dynamite. It's the highest rating for it, and if they fuck this up, that's it. That's what Cornette said. I'm just going by what Cornette is saying. But for me, I don't know either. I hope what I said when I talked to it was like a week ago, about a week and a half ago. Director and I said they need to do the opposite. Have fucking Cole be the heel. Have MJF be the face. And there you go. You're sold. You're in. You sold. You got your hottest babyface commodity of all time. That's it. Because you need someone, Tony Khan. I've been saying it forever. So, man, they never break it down, bro. And then, brother, who do you got at this main event? It's exciting, Devin. I don't know, but go ahead, take it.
What's it called? Sorry. So first of all, Aussie Open. I didn't know that their theme song was that dope. Like I was fucking bumping that shit. That Aussie. Oh, that shit was fire. Anyway, I think that Aussie Open wins the first matchup. They're going to beat Adam Cole and MJF. Like I said on the show on Sunday, I think that the Kingdom and Roderick Strong interfere in that matchup, causing the Aussie Open to win that matchup. And then I think that they interfere again they ruin the first match. They're coming back out to ruin the second match. And I think that, like I said, I think MJF, the big swerve is MJF stays heel, and he was working with the Kingdom and Roderick Strong the whole time. He turned Adam Cole's friends against him. And then you could have the storyline of the returning Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish with Adam Cole, the original Undisputed Era, going against the Kingdom and Roderick Strong. I just think it books itself, and I think that MJF is showing what he could do as a babyface, but he's such a natural heel that he's just going to be a heel for life, in my opinion. So I think that he's a heel here. He's with the Kingdom. Adam Cole stays the babyface. He loses. MJF walks out still champion.
Oh, love it. But are you going to stick with your prediction you said last week that MJF's going to go with the Castle? Do you still believe that could happen? Do you stick with that, or do you get a change?
100%. MJF and the Kingdom.
Oh my God, let's fucking go, baby. Love it.
Think about it. MJF, the last couple weeks, MJF name dropped Cody Rhodes numerous times, right?
Yes.
That was his idol. Cody Rhodes' theme song, it's called Kingdom. Yeah, I'm reaching right there. But still,
I don't hate that, though. That's the thing, man. That's a fucking Pepe Sylvia.
I love it. Fantastic. Oh, Director. Papi Chulo, take it away.
Yeah, wow. There's so many layers to this. It's like a fucking tres leche cake right here.
Now I want one now. You see what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Made me hungry.
So I absolutely see Aussie Open winning this, and that is the storyline that's adding the friction that we don't know about that's between Adam and MJF. They might start blaming each other. There might be some dissension amongst the new best friends. So yeah, for sure, I don't see them winning those tag titles. That would be a fucking wild thing to do. Going now, 17 hours later to the main event. I agree. MJF is a good guy. It just isn't who he should be. It's just, we're always getting duped by him. And I love that. He's done it to everybody. He pretended to be CM Punk's friend, turned on him. He pretended to be Cody Rhodes' friend. It was the first major swerve in the company. We see it all the time. And, it just doesn't make, the sky is up, grass is green, and MJF is the devil. And these are just things you can't change. And I don't know how they're going to get him back to being the most hated man in pro wrestling. Like, we love to hate him, but then there's a version of him that we truly do hate, and I do love that. We just got to get him there. I don't know how they're going to do it with this whole, like, Adam Cole is the one that might be turning. I don't know. They might be doing a thing where, like, Adam's about to do the turn. he's about to do it, and we're booing Adam Cole, and then all of a sudden MJF does the turn. But then we're gonna cheer MJF for that. That's gonna also be something that we're gonna love. There's gonna have to be like something shy of a murder for this to happen. I don't know how they're gonna pull this off. I can't predict this. This is gonna be like a double switch somehow. I just don't know how they're gonna do it. Like MJF's gonna have to put Britt Baker through a fucking table or something. I don't know. I just have no idea. I don't know. I'm here for it though, and I think MJF retains. I hope. But I do want the worst. I want the worst person in the history of. I want people like Billy Graham used to have security guards outside his hotel room level of heat. I want that for him. I don't want technically that for MJF. I don't want anyone to ever fear for their life the way those boys like Roddy Piper used to. But I definitely want people to boo him out of the goddamn building again. I just have no idea how they're going to get there. I'm here for it. I love this. I love that I have no idea.
Damn. This is going to be interesting. I'm excited. I can't wait to hear the Aftermath press conference. I want to see where this is going to go. But, man, all of
you guys watch those?
I do.
I do. I do. I watch
nerd.
I ain't judging. I watch the UFC ones. It's just weird to have a press conference off of fiction. It's like going to a Comic-Con with everybody in character.
Hey, anything can happen at these freaking press conferences. That's what happened. Remember CM Punk? The whole world melted down.
Yeah. But that was real. So
exactly.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll tune in for this one. Do they happen like after the event or like?
Yeah, right after.
Like usually like a half hour afterwards on their YouTube page.
All right. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's like going to a Comic-Con and like Tony Stark's like answering questions as Tony Stark. It's like that's weird.
Oh man. So I mean, final thoughts of which is a match of a night for you guys. Just pick one. Which one is the fight of the night? Which one do you feel that is going to be?
Women's.
No.
I'm going the women's main event for sure. It's gonna be match of the night.
Okay. De Niro, what do you got?
I'm going to say the absolute chaos of Stadium Stampede is going to be probably the most fun thing on the show.
Awesome.
Is that the one that's going to make you go back to pan the camera back to me?
Hold on, give me a minute. Sorry.
I'm going to be the most probably entertained with that match, but the one that's going to make me go, oh shit, holding onto the couch the whole time, that's going to be the women's main event. That's going to be the one where I'm like, fuck, oh shit, oh she's got it, oh no, yeah, that's the move for sure for me.
For me, it has to be for me. This one will have to be. I say Jericho and Ospreay. That's going to be a great storytelling match. I think. Knowing Jericho's experience from New Japan, he was there for not that long, but he was there for quite some time. But Ospreay, who could tell a fucking story, the way how he tells a story. Go back and look at this match with anybody in New Japan, with Naito or Tanahashi. If you go back and look at those matches, this guy can tell a story. And even though I've heard the director already said about like we're not going to see that, and it's true, we're not going to see what people are expecting, but we're going to see a storytelling. I feel that's what's going to happen in this one. And it's going to be great. And I do want Saraya to win it. I hope she does. I hope she takes it home and, takes it all the way. But, I mean, speaking of homes, do you have any final thoughts of Dynamite, Director? Anything else, Papi Chulo?
No, that was pretty much it. The second hour definitely didn't make me want to run to buy a pay-per-view that's for free. But I'm still invested. I'm still an AEW bootlegger, so I'm still going to watch it. I'm still excited. Just work on the pacing, I guess, maybe. I love that they're pushing the secondary stars and the main event stuff's happening in the first hour. Maybe that's where the most people are watching. But if you want more people to watch the second hour, keep that shit in the second hour.
There you go. And speaking of that hour, it's about that hour, ladies and gentlemen. But tomorrow, don't forget, we got, of course, Fighter Fest for Rampage happening tomorrow. Of course, we got, speaking of the four women, Toni Storm and Saraya versus the Outcast, teaming up versus Britt Baker and Hikaru Shida. Of course, we're going to have Orange Cassidy defending the International Championship against Aaron Solo. Of course, Solo. QT Marshall defending the AAA Latin American Championship since he won it over there in AAA. Triple Mania. That was a good matchup that he had, by the way. Versus Gravity, which I still need to go follow his career and see where.
Dude, he's got the best mask. Like, I look at people in wrestling masks being someone who's actually wrestled in 2 or 3 different masks, and like being able to see what you're doing without there being something in your way. Like I sometimes look at like Penta's mask or a traditional lucha mask, and I'm like, you really only have so much range of vision.
Yeah,
a lot of these. Where with Gravity's mask, I'm like, you got everything there. You got a little grill. You can probably see just fine through that, hopefully, but like you definitely don't have like your peripherals cut off. So that mask is the shit. I would wear that.
Yes, definitely. They, of course, Luchasaurus in action, so that's what's going to happen on tomorrow. And, of course, Saturday, nobody cares. CM Punk, sorry. Yeah, CM Punk, Darby Allin, Sting, and a mystery partner. versus Jay White, Swerve Strickland, Luchasaurus, and Brian Cage was, of course, Samoa Joe will be on commentary.
this matchup actually looks like a lot of fun.
I hope so. And I hope there's knocking on wood, no fucking injury, no. And yes, Punk, I know you hate me, but yes, I'm going to say it.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
We don't care.
Jerry.
I don't care. Sorry, CM Punk. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So quick right here, fantastic prediction for All In and a mixture of Dynamite. We got it all there done for you guys because we got a busy weekend, of course. Especially FDS right here, Papi Chulo. The director has a busy weekend coming up.
Dude,
yes.
I don't even know.
Exactly.
I'll make as many things as I possibly can, but I got band practice like here in the house at like 10 o'clock tonight, in like another hour or so.
There you go.
Good day, good times.
That's right. And also you got De Niro, of course, that is busy with Mr. DeLorean himself on iHeartRadio, but anything else happening on iHeartRadio for the rest of the DeLorean podcast, De Niro?
Yeah, I just wanted to announce that I recorded a Wrestling DeLorean All-In prediction show as well that was set to come out tomorrow. I'm going to actually put that out on Saturday. Tomorrow I will have a Bray Wyatt tribute show instead. So, and then tune in today. I had a Terry Funk tribute show earlier today. So definitely rest in peace to both Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. But
yeah,
definitely,
I woke up to that news. Like I woke up, first thing I do is check my phone because that's just the culture we live in. And I'm at a loss for words. I can't even think about it right now. So yeah.
We're all the same in the beginning. But yes, FDS. Anything coming up this weekend for FDS, Director?
No.
Okay.
we're playing Summit Fest in Akron, Ohio, September 16th with Vampires Everywhere, Bunny the Bear, Bro Job, Johnny Craig from Emerosta, and Slaves. And then October 8th here in downtown LA at 1720 with Attila Gideon and Toby Wake and Tension 56.
There you go.
All the tickets are on our Instagram, our Facebook, FDS, Fate Destroyed. You can just Google us. You'll find us everywhere.
That is right. It's going to make sure you guys do. The descriptions are below as well, where you can follow the rest of the DeLorean podcast on iHeartRadio and Fate Destroyed as well on their social media platforms. And also on Spotify, you can find them, and on iHeartRadio too. You can find them there on the audio platforms as well. Make sure you download them and get them because this man, he's getting hot by the minute. Both of these men. That's right. There's these are the Nostradamus, the oracles of the tag team. I got to make belts for these guys because of that. Because these guys always call it right ahead of time. But yes, do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow as well, the Top Rope Wrestling Talk will be doing their predictions. Make sure you stay tuned tomorrow at, of course, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Eastern, Central, and 5:30 Pacific. They'll do their, and then they'll be hosting a watch along for All In as well, and we'll see if any mysteries appearances might happen. We don't know yet, so that's a mystery there. But yes, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you for watching us. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, below, and listen to us on all the audio platforms. We appreciate you. Do not forget to follow them as well. And don't forget that the rest of the DeLorean podcast, Fate Destroyed, baby, and Circle Debate, and Top Rope Wrestling Talk. We don't fucking just podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We don't make music like how this does with this out.
So does Lords of Gotham.
And that's right, coming soon, Lords of Gotham. That's right.
We got a bunch of shit out too. So yeah, check.
We need to see more. Damn it, we want
Island
more.
Originals, man.
Word.
Love it. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy All In, enjoy tomorrow, and enjoy the watch along here as well. You can watch Sunday with Dom, and I don't know who's going to be having on. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we don't just podcast, we don't do all that. All of us here make history for you guys. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Must bid you adieu, a goodbye, mwah, and good night. Oh my God, it's so great. Bang! Yes!